Good evening and welcome to Jim Only's World of Weather. You clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for April 1st through the 13th. And we're going to start looking here at the NAO, the European forecast. It shows it to be negative and then goes slightly negative here. So that's a change to come. And the PNA, positive, then goes negative by day 7 or remains negative through day 14. So that's an indication of change. Now, even though that the AO index stays negative, that allows some cold air to come in, but these other indicators like the negative NAO, even though it's kind of negative, neutral near negative, we're still forecasting a change later on in April. So the pattern is forecast to be progressive, with models depicting a trend towards a positive NAO. A change in the structure upper of the polar vortex should allow for a broad vortex over eastern Canada to gradually lift out. The broad ridge along the east coast is forecast to amplify in response of a broad trough and cutoff flow formation over the eastern Pacific. Now, overall, we're expecting temperatures not to change very much in the east under the influence of some Canadian air masses that are able to still come into the east. And much of the precipitation during this forecast period is forecast to be across the east central states, Great Lakes, and the Northeast. Now, the assembles are in agreement with the final bar pattern for April 4th to the 8th. Most models depict a low amplitude pattern leading to a pattern change. A ridge is forecast near the west coast and is depicted to flatten and move inland, allowing for some precipitation to affect parts of the west coast. A trough is forecast near the Great Lakes region and is forecast to weaken. A ridge over Alaska is forecast to break down. The ridge continues to be forecast over Greenland. And as I noticed before, the NO index is forecast to remain negative during the period by the GFS. And the GFS in European forecast NAO to remain negative, to perhaps go positive later on in the period. This is like past April 6th. So during this forecast period, that's the wrong one. I am forecasting above normal temperatures for this region and below normal temperatures for this area here. For precipitation, I am forecasting above normal precipitation here and above normal precipitation here, and this is going to be primarily due to an active southern jet across the lower U.S. Now, as we get further into the forecast period, models are in agreement with the 500 bar pattern, indicate a change for April 9th to the 13th. The long-range models forecast a zonal-oriented northern stream across the U.S.-Canadian border. A trough is forecast over the southwest. This southern stream trough results in the development of a trough over the southeast. A major transition is also forecast for a trough to be over Alaska. The AO and NA index is forecast to remain negative and maintain above normal heights across the high latitudes. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures here, and for precipitation, forecasting above normal precipitation for this region. So that is a long-range weather forecast discussion for April 1st to the 13th. Thanks for coming to Jim Only World of Weather, and have a good day.